Let's talk about early decision versus restrictive early action versus regular decision, and which one do I use and what do these mean? Early decision is the most restrictive option. What I want you to remember is that it's legally binding. This is what students use if they're absolutely committed to a school, they know this is where they want to go, and they're okay with paying the sticker price. Early decision comes in two versions, early decision 1 and early decision 2. Both are legally binding. If the student is admitted, they must immediately withdraw all their other applications. Not all schools offer ED1 and ED2. The big difference between the two is the deadlines, the application deadlines. ED1 is November, ED2 is in January, and the decisions are released for ED1 in December and February for ED. Not all schools offer early decision, or they may offer early decision 1 but not early decision 2. Every school is different, so you have to look at each school and figure out which one they're using and which is going to be the best strategy for your student. Students who are denied in early decision, that's it, they're done with that school. They can't reapply under any other option. If you're deferred from early decision, that does release you from the binding commitment. You would still be considered with regular decision applicants, and you might still get in, but it's no longer binding. And the benefit to not using the binding option is that then you can sit back and wait until usually it's around April 1st when all of these scholarship offers have come through from all the schools where you applied. If you go early decision, what you're telling that school is, I don't even care if you give me money. You might, but if you don't, I'm still committed to attending your school. Let's go back to my student and let's see what that would look like. If she had gone early decision Vanderbilt, which was her first choice when we first started the process, she would have been on the hook. Her family would have been on the hook for $358,000. That's a very expensive sweatshirt straight off the rack, right? Her first choice school, though, changed and ended up being University of Colorado Boulder, but Boulder doesn't offer early decision, so she couldn't play an early decision card there. If she had, she would have been on the hook for $200 and change. It's because she didn't play that early decision card that she was able to accept that scholarship that she got from LSU, because if she had gone early decision UVA and UVA admitted her, she would have been on the hook. It's legally binding. She would have had to have gone to UVA, and she wouldn't have been able to take advantage of that scholarship. So those are some of the things we talk about with early decision. Not every school offers restrictive early action, but it's the next most restrictive option. It limits a student to applying to only one school early, and it's used by students who they want to apply early, but they also want to retain some flexibility. Early action is a more flexible option. It's non-binding. It allows students to apply early to a lot of schools, but without committing to any one of them. And regular decision is non-binding. It's a flexible option. It's the standard application deadline. It's used by students who need more time, or students who didn't get admitted in the early round to some of their first choice schools. Which one is best? Well, it depends. It depends on your student. It depends on what the variables are. It depends on the family finances and situations. It depends on location. It depends on academic interest. Parents and students should consider binding versus non-binding. Early decision is binding. If you get in, you have to withdraw all your other applications to other schools. There are also application restrictions. Restrictive early action students can only apply to one school early, but early action students means you can apply to as many as you want. Not all schools offer restrictive early action, ED1, ED2, or early action. It really depends on the schools on your list. It also depends on the decision timeline. For some students, it's just really important to them, hey, I know where I want to go. I know this is my first choice. I'm going early action or I'm going early decision, and I hope to have my decision by winter break. Something I'd like for you all to consider is that 60% of freshman classes are built in the early rounds. Students who apply early decision tend to have higher admission rates, but they also tend to be more qualified candidates.